What's going on, guys? It's Stubbs here. Welcome back to another video, and today we are on some Forza Motorsport 6 again with a car from, again, the newest car pack, the Alpinestars car pack. So this is the Alfa Milano QV, and I wanted to do something a little bit different for this car. Well, it's not really that different. It's just, you know, it's a little bit different to the usual, just me driving the stock car on the track. Anyway, so the car itself is a little bit upgraded and a little bit tuned. Now, in the tuning, I've only changed the transmission a little bit, so it's better at acceleration and top speed, and that's pretty much all I've done to it. Now, this thing stock comes with around 186 horsepower. I think it's 186. It's either 186 or 85. I'm not entirely sure, but it's around the 180 horsepower mark. And it's basically an E-Class car. I've driven it around the track. I wanted to see how fast it would go. I got a 9 minute 15 seconds, and that's with a few fuck-ups. That was like my very first time taking this car around the track. That was with a few fuck-ups, and it's a very fast car. As an E-Class car with 180 horsepower, getting less than 10 minutes, I was actually very surprised. So that's kind of cool. Now, with the car itself, again, what I've done for this video is I pretty much upgraded everything to sport. So everything, literally everything that you can upgrade onto this car, I upgraded to sport. So now the car has 287 brake horsepower, weighs 2,600 pounds. It's still very close to 50-50 weight distribution, which is one of the big things about this car when it came out. It had basically 50-50 weight distribution. I think the transmission was at the back instead of the front, and I don't know how it all just worked, but I think that's why that is. I'm pretty sure, I think they said that that's why this car is like 50-50 weight distribution, because of the positioning of the gearbox or whatever. But anyway, so what I wanted to do is I wanted to check out what the new Giulia got around the Nürburgring, and I know that this car is going to be a lot faster. Well, I'm not gonna say a lot faster, but I know it's gonna be faster, like easily, the new Giulia. And you know, it's a 4-door car. It's a 4-door Alpha. It's new. It got a 7 minute 39 seconds. Apparently, that's what they say that the new Alpha got. So that means that I can actually try and see if I can get close to that time, or how close can I actually get to that time with the Alfa Milano. So now let's go ahead, hop on the Nürburgring, and actually see how well this car does against the new Giulia. So this was actually, like I said, a very good car stock. Now, adding all the sports bits on it, I still haven't driven it. I have no idea what it's like. It could be really bad, or it could be very good. But I know for a fact I'm not going to be able to get like very close to the new time, or to the time of the new car, because the new car has just a lot more horsepower. I think this thing has like 500 horsepower, like stock, like out of the factory. All right, let's start this thing up. Let's do it. I'm ready. It's a little bit lower than before, obviously, because the sport suspension. Still sounds fantastic. All right. It revs a little bit faster than before. Yes, good power output coming out of the corner there. Again, obviously better than before, because before I had less horsepower, transmission wasn't set up properly, and all that sort of stuff. So one of the best things about this car when I took it out and it was stock was how well this thing rolled in the corners. Like how well you can actually just throw this car into the corner. You know it'll get sideways a little bit, but that will basically like slow the car down, and that's what you want from this, right? Like, you know, you want to like just put the car into the corner, and you know exactly how the car is going to handle. And the back just comes out perfectly. It's just such a good car to drive. It doesn't feel like a 4-door like saloon, you know? It feels like a little sports car. Look at this. Look, in 5th gear, full throttle. I know exactly where this car is gonna go. It's just so good to drive. Just point the wheels in and you're good to go. It's great. It's a really good car. It just, like I said, does not feel at all like a... Take the foot off the gas, get a little bit of lift off oversteer. Going into the corner in 3rd gear. Going a little bit too fast, got a little bit of understeer there, it's fine. Corrected it. And we're off again. Such a good car. It's so predictable, like you know exactly how the car is gonna handle and all that sort of stuff, so that's perfect. By the way, I'm driving with no assist on, no ABS, no traction control, no stability, nothing like that. Everything is pretty much turned off. ABS is sort of biting my ass here real quick because you obviously don't have the same sort of feel as you would with a pedal, because I am playing with a controller, for anybody wondering. I know people always ask me, do I play with a controller or a wheel? I play with a controller. Don't have enough money for a proper wheel, and I'm not gonna get like some shitty, you know, spring wheel. I'd rather get something with force feedback, something that feels more realistic than get a crappy wheel. So yes, I am playing with a controller. Gone a little bit too fast on that one. We're on the grass, it's all good though. Brought it back, keep it in third gear here real quick. There we go, there we go. I know I have to slow down for this corner. Again, going a little bit too wide because I want a bit fast in that corner. I'm screwing up some of these corners. I'm going a little bit too fast. But it's fine. That was a little bit better than before. Okay, that's good, that's good. We're up to this tiny corner here. There we go. Go nice and wide. And then come in with full power. Careful now. Going the other way. There we go. Alright. Let's keep going, keep going, keep going. So yeah, this is my first time taking this car out. Was, oh my god, brakes. After it's been slightly modified. Oh my god, I was so close to the wall. So there we go. Okay, so yeah, this is my first time taking this car out after it's had all the sports parts on it. It feels solid. It feels really, really good. I just have to get used to it a little bit. I know exactly when to brake for these corners and stuff like that, but overall, the car feels very solid. You can full throttle in third gear, which is good. I thought you wouldn't be able to do that once I ended up upgrading this thing and changing the transmission slightly. I ended up changing it so it's a little bit closer to acceleration than it is to top speed. I think I've said that in the video though. But that's one of the main things I've changed on it, because the transmission was kind of bad. I barely got into like 5th gear with the previous setup, and like in 5th gear it just wasn't accelerating fast enough anyway, so this is a lot better than before. Coming up to a corner here, I think I'm gonna brake. Bring down to 4th. Full throttle in 4th. Car rolls around nicely, back coming out just a little bit there. Car is so good to drive, dude. It's so good. Brakes are very, very good in this thing. I just need to know when I need to brake for some of these corners. There's the back just coming out slightly. I decided to keep the power on there just because I wanted to see what it was like. Alright, carousel. How fast or slow do I need to go for this? That was pretty good. That was not too bad. It was not too bad. We're 5 minutes in right now. Come on. 5 minutes in. Just past the carousel. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get somewhere around 8 minutes 30 seconds with this thing. From the positioning where I am right now and the time. I think around 8 minutes 30 seconds would probably be a good estimate. Depends. Depends how well I'm gonna do in the last 3 corners as well. I love this part of the track. It's just back and forth, left and right. Constant acceleration and braking. This is like the perfect part of the track where you get to test out your car. And a little bit of your driving skill, which for me it's quite low, but still. This guy's making me look like a good driver. Even though I'm not giving it enough credit. It's so good to drive though. Like, it's so good. For 4-door saloon, it's definitely not something that I would have expected from this thing. Especially being it's like so old. I think with a little bit more horsepower, this would probably smash the new car. But right now with how much horsepower it has, like 200 and something, I don't think this can get close to it. New car has over like 500 horsepower, so yeah, this is not gonna be that close. I just know how fast I can go on these corners. Just naturally, because I just know, like there I could have actually gone a little bit faster, so never mind. I fucked up. Well, there's the 7-minute mark. I'm definitely not doing 7 minutes and like 30 seconds or whatever the new Alpha got. I said what, 8 minutes 30? That was my estimate. Right, in fourth, let's go. On the straight. It's a little bit dirty, it's all good though. Damn, it sounds really good actually. A 3-liter V6. See, it just doesn't look like a performance car, this. It just doesn't at all. It just looks like a, you know, an old Italian square saloon car, and that's pretty much it. It's doing 148 miles an hour. We're gonna get to the 150. Let's go slightly downhill here. Alright. There we go. There's 150. Alright, careful now. Careful, careful, careful. Okay, there we go. I could have gone a little bit closer to the inside. And that, my friends, is going to be 8 minutes and 24 seconds. Very close to what I said. Very close to what I said. Yeah, it's a good car to drive. It's definitely a good car. This is actually one of the cars that I was actually kind of happy to see in the game. I like Alphas. I like them a lot. I like pretty much any Alpha that they've ever released so far. Probably the Mito is kind of meh, and the Giulietta is a little bit like whatever, but you know, obviously the older cars, the 155, oh my god, it's so nice. The 159, the Barrera, very nice cars, you know? So, this being in the game, I kind of like Alphas, so I'm gonna give this a nice thumbs up. And with a little bit of modifications, a little bit of upgrading, it actually turns out to be quite a good car around the Nürburgring. So yes, thank you guys very much for watching this video. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. Taking a look at the Alfa Milano QV, and I sort of tried to challenge the the new Alfa Giulia, but as you can see, it still has a long way to go up until I get to the way the new car is. So yes, thank you very much again for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.